Meet Buster. He just spent 60 hours catching tennis balls to earn a single high-value prime rib bone. He isn't eating it yet. He's burying it in the backyard for a rainy day. Buster's logic is simple. This one bone is exactly equal to one massive steak. As long as he keeps the bone safe in the dirt, his future dinner is secure. He pats the dirt flat and feels a sense of relief. He's done the responsible thing by storing his wealth where no one can touch it. Buster is playing by the traditional rules of the yard. He believes that if he works hard and saves his earnings, the system will reward his discipline when he's ready to retire. Months later, Buster decides it's time to eat. He digs up the bone, which looks exactly the same as the day he buried it, and heads to the butcher. But when he puts the bone on the counter, the butcher shakes his head. He won't give Buster a steak. Instead, he hands over a single tiny slider. The bone didn't change while it was in the ground, but the yard changed around it. In the time Buster spent waiting, the price of a steak moved so far that his savings can now only buy a single bite. To understand why Buster's bone lost its power, we have to look at the butcher's inventory. Today, there is only one steak left in the shop. Suddenly, 20 new dogs arrive, all wanting that one steak. More hungry dogs than meals pulls the steak's value up. The butcher sells to the highest bidder. Buster offers one bone, his neighbor offers 5. The steak's price tag spins higher. This is demand-pull inflation. The price of the meal is pulled up because the number of buyers grew much faster than the amount of food available. Now, let's clear the yard. Imagine there are no crowds and no bidding wars, just Buster and the butcher. But on the way to the shop, the kibble truck hits a pothole and a tire violently shreds. The farmer now pays for emergency repairs. The farmer passes those new expenses on to the butcher, who then has to raise the price of the steak just to stay in business. This is cost-push inflation. The price of Buster's dinner didn't rise because of a crowd. It was pushed up by the rising cost of tools and fuel. Then there are the alphas, the dogs who run the yard. They look out and decide the other dogs look too poor, so they come up with a quick fix. They don't produce more meat. Instead, they print millions of fake cardboard bones and drop them from the sky. Suddenly, every dog feels rich. The butcher sees the yard flooded with cardboard and knows his meat is now more precious than the money. He crosses out his old prices and demands 100 bones for a single steak. Printing more bones didn't create more food. It just diluted the value of the bone Buster worked so hard for. This is monetary inflation, where the more money there is, the less each piece can actually buy. When the alphas see dogs struggling with new prices, they print even more bones. The butcher responds by raising prices again to keep up. Print, raise, print, raise. The cycle spins so fast that by the time Buster digs up a bone, its value has dropped again before he can even reach the shop. Eventually, the dogs realize if the alphas can drop 1,000,000 bones from the sky, a single bone is no longer a reward for hard work. They stop using the bones entirely and start treating basic sticks. This is hyperinflation. The system fails because the bone is no longer scarce. When everyone has a mountain of currency, no one wants to trade a real steak for a piece of cardboard. Buster looks at his empty hole in the ground. He realizes that in a yard where prices are always moving, sitting still and waiting is the only way to lose. This chart shows a different path. While the flat line of a buried bone gets overtaken by rising prices, Buster plants bone trees. By helping the farmer buy new truck tires, he earns a slice of profit from every delivery. He transitioned from a dog who saves to one who helps provide. Inflation is a tax on sitting still. To survive the yard, you have to move your wealth and put it to work. Don't just be a good boy, be a smart dog. Invest the bone.